Hi, my name is Lindsay Allen, and I'm doing my 30-day self-help video on how to be interesting in 10 simple steps by Jessica Hagee, if you can see that. I'm doing this because I think it can help me be more interesting with the things I do with my life and with people in general. I really want to try and switch up my days and actually do something different than sleeping and just working and everything. So I think this is going to be a really great experience. In this book, it explains 10 different steps you can take to becoming a more interesting person. So I'm going to follow each step and try it out and see what happens. What makes a person interesting?
That's a tough one. What makes a person interesting? I have to say that what makes a person interesting is their intelligence, their plan for life, their sense of humor, and their ability to not get stuck on all the little minutia that everyone seems to get stuck on.
The first step is basically to go explore and get out and do something you wouldn't normally do out of your comfort zone and everything. So I went to Mexico.
I should know how to make love to something innocent without leaving my fingerprints out. Now, L-O-V is just another word I never learned to pronounce. How do I say I'm sorry, cause the word is never gonna come out. Now, L-O-V is just another word I never learned to pronounce.
Step 2 in this book is actually to share what you discover, which is pretty much just going over my experience in Mexico. Over the 2 weekends in a row that I went to Mexico, I learned a lot about relationships with people that mean a lot to me. The first weekend I went with my mom and my sister, and we got very, very close and bonded over those few days. And then the second weekend I went with all my friends for spring break, and that kind of brought us all closer, and we all realized a lot about each other. It was such a positive experience to finally get away from like school and work and everything. So I definitely recommend going to Mexico or any other vacation. I'm finished with week 1, and I have basically gotten rid of all the junk, which is on page 153 of my book, 10 Steps on How to Be Interesting. Basically that means that I got rid of all the negative aspects of my life. One being junk food. I've actually started working out more and getting rid of all the junk food and fast food in my life. Also is negative people. I've kind of stopped hanging out around negative people, and it's made me happier and like realize a lot more about myself. Step 3 of this book is to do something, anything. This step is asking you basically to do whatever you want besides sleep and complain. So things such as going out in nature, maybe hiking, or singing with your friends or dancing with your friends. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world. We took the midnight train going anywhere. Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. Another aspect of this step is to find yourself a hero, someone that makes you smile, and someone who's imperfect but still makes you happy. Hey, buddy. So this is one of my heroes because I can come home from a really bad day and he's always going to be there.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Besides my dog, the biggest hero in my life is my grandpa. He's my biggest hero because he has taught me to love myself and always be true to myself, and he's the most wise person I've ever met, and he's never been a person that doesn't love him, so.
I love you. You make it easy. It's easy as 1, 2, 1, 2. There's only one thing to do. 3 words for you. I love you. There's only one way to say those 3 words. That's what I'll do. I love you.
It's week 2, and basically over these 2 weeks I have learned to kind of appreciate more people in my life, and it's made me kind of realize like what a lot of people actually do for me, such as my grandpa and my dog, and also a lot of my family. I think this is actually making me more interesting to myself as well, because I haven't really thought about a lot of that before I've read this book. So I'm gonna keep going. Step number 4 in my book of how to be interesting on page 156 is embrace your weirdness. So that's basically just to don't hide the weird things about you because it makes you interesting.
You're feeling good, you're feeling right. Across the floor and I'm already losing my mind. Baby girl, looking fine. Watch you playing and playing and playing these guys. Catch my stare, little smile. Tell me that you're ready and you're feeling the vibe. Someday I'll be so damn sublime. We'll arrive behind the hashtag sign. I won't forget you, but I may forget your name. My lady, I know what you're thinking when the bass starts ringing. Can you tell me when you're stoked to start? Are you ready for tonight? Setting it on fire and we'll dance until we're dumb in the dark. My lady, I know what you're thinking when the bass starts ringing. Can you tell me when you're stoked to start? Are you ready for tonight? Setting it on fire and we'll dance until we're dumb in the dark. Are you
On page 205 of my book, it says to recall what makes you cry, and what makes me cry is actually my dog Katie that passed away 2 years ago, and she was like my best friend, and she had a stroke, so she's in peace now, so I'm going to devote myself to the memories.
When I see your smile, tears roll down my face. I can't replace. And now that I'm strong, I have figured out how this world turns cold and it breaks through my soul. And I know I'll find deep inside me I can be the one. I will never let you fall. I'll stand up with you forever. I'll be there for you through it all, even if saving you sends me to heaven. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. My head is stuck in the clouds. She begs me to calm down, says, boy, quit fooling around. I told her
I had a cause because I volunteered at the St. Mary's Food Bank for community service, and This made me feel really good because I knew I was helping out homeless families and people who don't have what we have, and I think I made a difference, and it made me feel really, really good.
But till the morning sun, you're mine, all mine. Play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. Oh, my heart beats like a drum, a guitar string to the strum, a beautiful song to be sung. She's got blue eyes deep like the sea that roll back when she's laughing at me. She rocks.
We're here week 4 with Brooke. We're at work right now, and over these 4 weeks, I have learned a lot of interesting things about myself. In my book on page 153, it says to embrace something you're good at and master it. So I think what is interesting about myself is that I have actually mastered folding, and I love my job, unlike most people.
When the moon is low.
Brooke, what's interesting about me?
You're interesting because you're super funny, outgoing, and wild, and you're kind of weird. So yeah, you're pretty
Do you
interesting.
think I'm interesting?
You're an interesting person.
Well, how come?
Your hate for people's admirable.
Today's my last day of the self-help challenge, and so I'm just gonna reflect. Over these last 30 days, I've followed the 10 steps on how to become interesting, and I've actually noticed a difference. I've become more understanding of my relationships I have with people, and I've realized like what everybody does for me. I've kind of found out that I'm super weird, and I love that about myself. I've kind of appreciated just life in general, nature and everything, and I've gotten a lot more fun. So this has really been positive and a good experience, and I am 100% interesting now.